Fluff those fluffers and tighten down your rings, 'cause today we're gonna polish with a Dremel. Ooh, yeah. Welcome back to the Garage Quest shop, everyone. Today I wanted to propose an alternative to just polishing with Zona papers by using some polishing compound and a Dremel. Looks like this. And normally I encourage you to use Zona papers to polish your dice, and that usually works your way from green to gray to blue to pink to aqua and then to white. And that gets you a very nice sheen. However, adding a little bit of polishing compound to this process can really up your game. And that had me thinking, how many of these Zona papers could I get away with simply replacing with polishing compound and a Dremel? So that's what we're going to test today. So here I've got my Meguiar's Scratch X. It's a very, very efficient polishing compound. Highly recommend it. So that's what I'll be using today. And I've taken a set of dice and sanded the necessary faces through various levels of Zona paper. So for instance, the D20 at the top left will be sanded only through the green Zona paper. And we're hoping to get those sanded sides to match those beautiful unsanded sides that are so flawless right there. Beautiful. But we'll see, I don't know. And then this, of course, is has been sanded all the way through the gray Zona paper. So it's been sanded and then it's taken the green paper and the gray. This die has been sanded all the way through the blue paper. You can see it's starting to get a little bit of a sheen. This die has been sanded all the way through the pink paper, and now we're starting to see a little bit of transparency, but still not matching those sides, which is really what you want if you want professional level dice. This side has been sanded all the way through to the aqua paper. Now we're starting to see something that looks close to a matching sheen to those other faces, but it still could use something, in my opinion. Not so bad. And then here, this die has been sanded all the way through to the white paper. Now this is what happens when you use all of the Zona papers and no polishing compound. As you can see, it's still slightly noticeable that there is a difference. You can tell which faces have been sanded and which faces haven't. So we're going to hit these with some Meguiar's Scratch X and take a look. I'm just going to load up. I've got this fluffy cotton ball tip. I'll try and leave a link down below. I don't know what they're called, but I'm just screwing it in, not too close, tightening it up, and yeah, baby, it works. So I don't know why I do this. It really just spins away, but I do like to add a little bit of polishing compound to a fresh tip like that. And now I'm just going to start with the D20. We're going to dip it in a little polishing compound and give it about 5 to 10 seconds under that tip. And this is what it looks like once the sides are all polished. So it's actually kind of impressive that you can get that much sheen just after the green Zona paper. I still think it's noticeable though. So now I've dipped the gray Zona paper die, and that looks, again, somewhat impressive, but I think you can still see which side is which. So now we're going into the blue paper. I've dipped it in a little bit of polish, and there you go. You can see that it's getting there. Still not quite matching those other faces, in my opinion, but at least you're getting a good sheen and transparency. Now let's go for the pink paper or the red paper to some. This is what it looks like before I dip. It's the 5 and the 1 that need to be polished. And I believe I only really fully Dremeled the 5, even though you can see me doing the 1 there. The 1 I should have hit a little bit longer. So you'll notice that in this video, the 1 still doesn't look that great, but the 5 looks so clear. And this is where I really start to become impressed, because I really start to think maybe we don't need any more Zona paper. But nevertheless, we will look at these last 2. So this is the aqua paper, and I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the Dremel. Take a look. That is just gorgeous. I don't know which face was the sanded face. They all match, and I think that's really beautiful. So needless to say, certainly this white Zona paper dye will certainly turn out equally, if not more beautiful. But let's give it a go anyhow, for good measure. And I would say that I normally do this for about 10 seconds per face. Look at that. That is beautiful. So that is having gone all the way through the Zona papers and Dremel. Now, if we look at them one more time for good measure, this is having gone just through to the green. Now this is just through to the gray. Not too bad. This is just through to the blue. And then Dremel. Pretty good, actually. You might be able to get away with just going through to the blue. And here's where we get to the point where I honestly think this is it, folks. Like, sand, polish all the way through the pink, and then hit it with the Dremel, because honestly, other than that smudge in the upper corner of the 1 face there, which I really wish I had cleaned off for the video, these faces look identical. Really beautiful sheen, just glassy and glossy. So I think this has to be the winner. I would say if you want to get away with not doing too much polishing by hand, this is the one. Go all the way through to pink and then just hit it with some polishing compound. So let's just look at the final one again. And my thoughts are to really compare this one that has been through the entire set of Zonas to the one that's already gone through just to the pink. And honestly, look at that. They look pretty identical in sheen. So that's it. I think we have our answer. So I hope this has been helpful. Hopefully this helps you get away with a little less work and ups your game. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.